and welcome to another week of pregame TV. We've got a Thursday night TNT battle in the NBA. The Heat at the Lakers. That's the late game on TNT, by the way. The Lakers laying 2.5, the total 207. This is a best bet from Marco D'Angelo. We're going to get that in just a bit. But, Marco, I wanted to start off by saying, here's Miami playing that tough schedule. I know you're probably going to mention it, so I'm not going to steal your thunder, but I'm just going to mention they're playing this tough schedule. They're in a tough spot, not a lot of depth, obviously, for Miami. But the Lakers, they're 2-0 on the season. Well, since D'Antoni said the season begins on Sunday, which was last week, and they've played quite well. I'll let you cut loose on this one as far as talking about the situation Miami's in. But a quick note on this, Paul Gasol, as we're doing this on Wednesday evening, it's been stated that he may come back for this game. I think it's a bad move in this particular game if they do bring him back.
Well, obviously, looking at this game, and you hit the nail on the head, I'm a big situational guy, and it can't get any worse for Miami than it is in this game. Miami is in the last game of a 6-game road trip. They're going to be playing their third game in 4 nights. We're taping on Wednesday. They're playing tonight, and then they play tomorrow night at L.A. So, you've got Miami that's, they're still, LeBron's still young, but this is a team that doesn't have a lot of depth. We talked about that on first preview, how many times, the big three get to do all the scoring, and then, you get Ray Allen, doing some of the scoring off the bench. Other than that, there's nobody else on this team to help. And I just don't see them going into this game having the legs to be able to beat the Lakers. The teams that have been giving the Lakers trouble lately, which has been almost everybody, but the teams that's given the most problems have been the teams that do run that fast-paced offense because the Lakers just aren't ready to compete that way.
And driving the paint, Brian, I mean, that's what teams do against the Lakers. They just don't play a solid brand of interior defense. At least they didn't until the last couple of games when D'Antoni did the reboot. But we saw Dwight Howard have a nice game the other night. Finally, he broke through like we expected him to be the entire, first 40 games of the season or whatever it's been. But as far as the Lakers are concerned, and the toughest part, and this is playing devil's advocate here because I'm not going to play Miami in such a tough situation. Don't know that yet that I'm going to play the game. But again, can the Lakers defend the paint? That's the number one thing for me, because if LeBron and Wade have any legs left at all, they're just going to be penetrating the paint. That's all they're going to do all night, and the Lakers have not shown they can stop it yet. Yeah,
a lot of the problem you're going to run into is there's a game being played tonight that we don't know about.
That's why we got to wait and see.
And when you go on a road trip like this and you're thin like Miami is, teams are going to take some days off, and we saw last year with San Antonio. We've seen it this year. Miami, a couple games just threw in the clinkers because they don't have a lot of depth on that team. So if they go all out to play Golden State today and they're in that game and they win that game, it wouldn't surprise me at all if they laid back tomorrow when they're playing the Lakers. And with Gasol, he's just waiting on clearance from his doctor that he can get back and play. And you're right. I mean, I don't want to back a team who's got a key ingredient coming back into the lineup. You see that all the time. And it's not like he's been out there practicing because he's been injured. So this is a game we'll have to wait and see what happens tonight.
I'd like to look and see if the 5 starters for a team that's playing back-to-back, not just back-to-back, but in a schedule like Miami has, 6 games in 9 days or whatever. I'd like to look and see if the starters in that first of the back-to-back games played 155 minutes or more combined. And usually that's a good telltale sign if they don't have much of a bench that they're going to either maybe not come out and play quite as hard the entire time, rest some guys, or just not have their legs if they try to play hard. But anyway, we've picked this one apart enough. This is Marco D'Angelo's best bet.
All right, the Lakers have won 2 in a row. Scott said since the reboot. I'm going to have to remember that. If I have a 5 or 6 game losing streak, hey, I'm just rebooting. We're starting the season tonight. But with the Lakers here, they have won 2 in a row. Yeah, it was against Cleveland and it was against Milwaukee, but you got to start a streak somewhere. The Lakers, this will be a statement game for them. The Lakers are going to come to play. It's on TV. It is at home, and they're playing the world champion Miami Heat. Everybody can get, they've been getting bashed, let's face it. I mean, there was some props floating around town this week. I'm sure you guys saw it. You could bet whether or not they were even going to make the playoffs or not. That's how bad they're bashing the Lakers. So this is their statement game. I like them. They've got a great spot situationally against Miami. I got to feel with the intensity that the Lakers are going to bring, Miami, if those legs start to wear out in the second half, they might pack it in. If this game is like 8, 9, 10 points and it gets beyond double digits, they're not going to spend that energy. I'm going to go with the Lakers here. And I also said about the team, you said the interior defense is the problem on the Lakers. It is. I also say the teams that go up and down the floor are a bigger problem for the Lakers, and that's not Miami. Miami's only hit 100 points once in their last 6 games. I like the Lakers here. We're getting a soft number with the Lakers because of how bad they've played the previous couple weeks. I think they're a team that's now undervalued. I'm going to take the Lakers. Lay the points on Thursday night. I've got them winning by 5 to 7 points. We're looking at an overnight line of 2.5. We'll take the Lakers.
Thanks, Marco. Looks like my write-up's done for Thursday. Anyway, Marco's best bet, the LA Lakers minus the points. When we come back, we've got Toronto at Philadelphia, Friday night basketball. And don't forget, posted all weekend long until game time, we got both NFL conference championships also. That's all right here at pregame.tv.
Milwaukee's a team that runs up.